Hi, I'm Michelle Graham, and I study snakes that can glide. This might sound like a nightmare to you, but for me, it brings up a lot of interesting questions. One of the really cool things about flying snakes is that they have the ability to jump, which is pretty unique for an animal with no legs. I wanted to know if flying snakes use jumping to help them navigate their habitat. You see, flying snakes live in the trees, and in the trees there are a lot of gaps, like between one branch and another. Most species of snakes will just hold themselves up and crawl straight across the gap. But this gets harder and harder to do the greater the distance between the two branches. To understand why, think about holding up a heavy weight. The amount of torque or rotational force you feel on your arm is related both to the size of the weight and how far out you're holding it. The greater the distance, the greater the torque. So most snake species aren't strong enough to hold themselves up to cross really big gaps. But flying snakes can get around this limitation by jumping. You might be wondering, why does anybody care about this? There are some cool engineering applications to my research, but that isn't really why I study this stuff, and it isn't why strangers' eyebrows go up when I tell them what I do. Flying snakes present us with a million little mysteries, like how does a snake evolve the ability to glide? Or how does an animal with no wings generate lift? It's the job of science to solve as many of these mysteries as we can. I do science because I'm a curious person, and I hope that when I talk about flying snakes, you are too. Thank you.